Hello all. Penelope Pendragon here again to celebrate love through the month of April 2023. Last week I spoke about self-love. This week's topic for CSLGLV Worship on Wednesday service is about love in relationships, which prompts me to start with a quote on love from Dr. Ernest Holmes. For those of you finding this video who are not with the Center for Spiritual Living, Ernest Holmes is the founder of the spiritual philosophy known as the science of mind. His teachings help bridge the gap between the sentient, the spiritual, and the science of us humans being. In this quote on love, Dr. Holmes states, "I believe that love is at the center of everything. Therefore, I accept love as the healing power of life and permit love to reach out from me to every person I meet. I believe that love is returned to me from every person I meet. I trust the guidance of love because I believe that it is the power of good in the universe. I feel that love is flowing through me to heal every situation I meet, to help every person I contact. Love opens the way before me and makes it perfect, straight, and glad. Love forgives everything unlike itself, purifies everything. Love converts everything that seems commonplace into that which is wonderful." I might have to rewrite that one in rhyme one day. Anywho, I too believe this to be true. In particular, the sentiment, I permit love to reach out from me to every person I meet. I believe that love is returned to me from every person I meet. And I feel that love is flowing through me to heal every situation I meet, to help every person I contact. To me, this goes along with my belief that love is an acronym. In last week's talk on self-love, I shared a section of a poem I wrote. Here's a little snippet as a reminder. If you think about it, I'm certain you'll agree that the feeling of love is a lifting of vibrational energy, because we are all living on vibrational energy. You see, we vibrate higher when we're happy, and we vibrate lower when we're sad. And our energy, it bounces all around when we get scared or when we get mad. So when we find ourselves feeling bad, we can lift our vibrational energy with love. If you haven't taken the opportunity to see that April 5th talk on self-love, there's a link in the description. I recommend it mostly because lifting your own vibrational energy will help you feel much more alive. And then all of your other love relationships will thrive. Plus, as an added bonus, it explains why in these talks I am gonna rhyme, but not all the time. With that said, there's another thing about love that you really ought to know. When you lift others' vibrational energy with your love, it helps you to grow. It will keep you in life's most wondrous flow. And believe me, this is something I definitely know. Love. When it comes to relationships and love, whether it's brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, you will always have relationships with others. Couples, thruples, partners, friends, co-workers, strangers. The list never ends. Unless you shut yourself away, the world will be full of relationships every day, no matter what you do. So my advice to you is do what you can do to help lift others too. Remember, love is giving a lift. Just a little gesture can become an invisible gift, even with strangers. You can give a smile while walking through a store. Give a gift of convenience by holding open a door. Or give a greeting if you want to do more. Sharing compliments, doing good deeds, being attentive to the needs of the others that are around you. And then do what you can do to lift. And then you you will feel lifted too. Several years ago when I was visiting Seattle, I went to Pike's Market. If you haven't been there, it's a very lively market where they yell through the hallways and throw fish through the air. It's a fun experience. It really is. On this day, I was walking down a set of stairs to the bathroom when I heard someone blurt out, "She's pretty," followed by another, "She is pretty." I looked up to see two women. They were hanging over the railing right up above, and they both made eye contact with me, smiled, and said together in harmony, "You're pretty." I was so touched. It made me giddy. And I gushed out this genuine something like, "Oh, thank you," before continuing happily and happier down the stairs. When I made my return trip up the stairs, they were still there, blurting out compliments about the people, places, and things around them. After a brief conversation, it was revealed they were playing a game they called Positive Tourette's, where they spend a few hours in a public place pointing out positive things by blurting them out to each other and occasionally to the object of their love. It was a weekly practice they have to keep themselves in a state of appreciation. It's like, what an effective way to spike more love. It lifts their vibrational energy as they lift each other's vibrational energy, and then they lift others' vibrational energy at the same time. And that day, they included me. It was such a beautiful way to spend the day. I was so moved by this game of Positive Tourette's, I added it to my own lifting practice. And I started engaging more with the people, places, and things around me in a purposefully positive way. It was so successful in my own life, I added instructions on how to play a game called Flattery Fairy to my giant storybook, how to feed the fairies and get the goblin goo off of you so your best wishes can come true. Here's how you play it. When you're in a public place, you put a smile on your face and look around to see what your eye can spy about the people walking by that you can give a compliment about. And then just blurt it out. "You have a nice smile. I love your hat. You did a great job." Compliments like that. It lifts their energy and it lifts yours too. And that is a very good thing to do. And it will help your best wishes come true. Please note, to get and give the gift of love, you have to share the compliment or comment. If you keep it to yourself, it doesn't have nearly the impact in your life, and it definitely doesn't lift others' vibrational energy. When you actually know someone, though, this lifting of vibrational energy process gets even easier because you know them, you understand them, and you can target that love even more precisely. Sometimes it's as simple as knowing that your loved one likes a certain type of flower, candy, book, whatever, object. And then taking a little time out of your day to acquire that object. Even if you just take a photo of the object or send a meme or in a text, it lifts the other person. It lets them know that you're thinking about them. And it helps so much to share your love with others. Because lifting others' vibrational energy doesn't need to take a ton of effort, but it does take awareness and action. Make it a purposeful, positive practice to love on each other. And that love will come back to you, even if it's not immediate. One of my favorite things to do to spread love for loved ones is love checks. Because of my job as a touring entertainer, I travel at least half the year. A solo traveler at that, so I spend most of my time alone. Even though I get a plethora of interaction with strangers, I don't get a lot of time around loved ones. To bridge this distance, I often, and at random, will send out love checks to my loved ones. Just a text to reconnect and lift their spirits. It lifts mine too. Sometimes I'll send a little dissertation expressing my love for them, or in my case, a poem that will pop out to let them know I'm thinking about them. And I send them some good vibes. Sometimes, if I really want to get some energy flowing, I will text in capital letters, "love check," to every recognizable name on my contact list. And then I just enjoy the responses coming back in. It lifts my vibrational energy to take the time to engage with the other lifters in my life. And it lifts their vibrational energy to get a random message from someone that they love too. Now, when it comes to relationships, each one's different. Yet, when it comes to love in relationships, it's still about lifting others' vibrational energy. But there's different depths, duties, and difficulties with each one. It's true, sometimes it's not easy to love the people, places, and things around you. But if you do what you can do to show your love, love will be returned to you. And if not, it's okay to walk away and go enjoy the rest of your day. My stepdad, who very recently passed, was a man named Bobby Williams. If you've ever encountered Bobby Williams in the past several years, you would have heard him humming a little tune throughout his day with a big smile on his face. When confronted with issues, whether it be health, wealth, wisdom related, he would process the information, respond with his best practical thoughts, and finish off with, I just know something good is going to happen. If he encountered negative energy, he would just brush it off and say something like, they must be having a bad day. Or, I'm sure I've been mad about something like that before. Or on his snarkier days, he'd be like, well, some guys just can't take a joke. He wasn't always like that, but he worked his way to the wisdom that we're all working our way through different life experiences. And the best thing we can do is to lift our vibrational energy and lift others' vibrational energy too. The license plate on his car was "You are good," and down the side it had his favorite saying, whatever the question, love is the answer. He exuded these lifting of vibrational energy traits because he lived in love. This was a choice he made, not because his life was perfect, but because he chose to see it in a way that was loving and lifting to himself and to others. And that's the thing about lifting others' vibrational energy or having other relationships with other human beings. You cannot allow your vibrational energy to lower because of their vibrational energy, their actions, their words. Most likely, just know that there's something going on in there, maybe in there, or maybe back here, that has nothing to do with you. So please, give others the benefit of the doubt and let them sort it out while you go about your merry way, still lifting others throughout your day. I don't want to come across as sweet, poly-positive and spew toxic positivity all over the place. I know relationships aren't always easy, and sometimes you don't feel very loved or loving towards another. I totally get this, particularly when I'm behind the wheel of a car and I'm late. There's so many different relationships and different ways we approach each one, but still your goal in relationship with anyone should still be lifting, if you can. Lifting others' vibrational energy should be your plan. And I understand sometimes it's not or can't be. For whatever reason, the energy just isn't there. Or maybe at the moment, you just can't care. Or maybe it's because you don't have enough energy to share. I get that, and I've been there too. In which case, take care of you. And maybe reach out to a loved one or two to help fill your heart. Would be a very good start to return to a loving you. But you have to be open to receive and allow yourself to believe that others will lift you. That's a big part of life too. Allowing love to come to you. Because when we shut ourselves off from receiving, it blocks us from achieving that lift that love is bringing. In summary, what I've found in my life, the best way to receive love is to be love. Be love that you're willing to share. To be love, it helps to purposefully see love. Or, well, you know it's there. To make even more love, share your spare love with others. And that helps love to grow. And then, my friends, before we know, we will all lift and shift back to a place of love, even when you're driving.